When dementia residents first go into dementia facilities, it's not uncommon for them to experience physical stress and the fight-flight response and all the symptoms that go with that. So to recognise the fight-flight response, the person will have dilated pupils, tense facial features, a tense neck, increased heart rate, increased blood pressure, butterflies in the stomach, and just generally feeling on edge, uptight and anxious. And it's very important to decrease this as much as practically possible in a practical way, because high stress and high cortisol is just terrible for one's health, one's emotional health and one's behavioural health. And in a dementia unit, we have to try and keep as calm and stable as possible to be able to manage and cope with the environment long term, as dementia residents have to do. So how to go about reducing this physical stress when you've noticed, for example, that your mother is very uptight, her breathing has, quickened, you can see that she's tense around the jaw and her eyes are glazed and you're concerned. So it is important to reduce this physical stress as soon as you can, and really one of the best ways of reducing physical stress in a dementia unit is walking. Walking is the best thing. It's safe, it's easy to apply, it's enjoyable for friends and family. You can go to all your favourite haunts outside the dementia unit, but even inside the dementia unit, you can always go for a walk, and it's not stressful and it's enjoyable on all accounts. So it's great for getting the muscles relaxed, for getting the heart rate to slow down, just quietly, especially if you're with your mother and she's experiencing your loving, lovely company and enjoying having your camaraderie and the lovely son or daughter by her side. That always gets the endorphins going in a dementia unit. Every mother loves being with her son or daughter, especially in a dementia unit. It's a prized occasion, having visits from friends and family. So you can just see with your mother when you come in and you see she's anxious, rather than just sitting in the chair, compassionately with her, but nothing really changing. It really is best to say, look, Mum, I can see you're a bit anxious, and that's understandable because you've just arrived and I know it's a big change and so much to adjust to. But I think if we go for a walk, that will help a lot. Would you like to go outside in the village here, the grounds of the village, or would you like us to go walking around the corridor here in the dementia unit, or would you actually like us to go out to the park? And she may say, oh, the park. Great, okay, I'm happy to do that, Mum, I've got plenty of time. So in that way, if you go out to the park, for example, and you go for a walk in the park, just arm in arm, close to the side, and Mum can put her hand through yours and good support all the way, then if she can go out for a walk in the park, it's outside, it's sunny, fresh air, the healing, aspect of nature. Nature's the greatest healer. And then, of course, there's new activity for her to see, the ducks, the birds, the children, everything's new out in the lovely park, so different from a dementia unit. And it gives respite to the soul, respite physically, mentally, socially, every way. People in dementia units really need respite. And this is often not realised. If they can just have a little break, just a trip out for a couple of hours, really, it makes a really big difference for them to be able to build their resilience and their coping capacity to be able to survive and sometimes even thrive in such an environment. So take your mum out to the park and take your time. That's the big thing. You're there for her, there to listen to whatever she wants to say or wishes to do. And then, of course, she may want to, Mum, do you want to have an ice cream, or do you want to go for coffee? And of course, if she loves coffee, and she's probably been addicted to good coffee, as many of us have, she may well love to go to the cafe and have a coffee. And then she can talk to you and enjoy her favourite coffee, and all those endorphins and flooding, happy feelings are all, flowing through the system now. So mentally, no tension now, all the tension's gone, stress has gone. She's with her favourite child. She's had a lovely walk. She's had an ice cream and a cup of coffee. She's seen the ducks. She's had a lovely, happy day. So when one comes back to the dementia unit in a happy state, happiness being, the panacea for tension. When you're happy, you're not tense. All tension's gone when you're happy. It's the fabulous state. So you come back happy. So that's why you're able to cope with the dementia unit when you come back, because you're happy. And actually, when you come back in a happy mood, it's very, very different living in a place when you're in a happy mood compared to when you're in a tense mood. Because when you're tense, everything gets on your nerves. You take everything personally. You're uptight. Nothing's funny. But when you come back to the dementia unit happy and relaxed, all of a sudden it's quite an entertaining environment. I mean, dementia units are very entertaining places. There's a lot going on. And so if you can approach it with humour, actually it helps a lot. Humour helps a lot because it's the biggest relaxant. It's, a good laugh, automatically tension releases with laughter. So a good laugh is the best panacea. So it is, some relatives get a bit anxious about being humorous in dementia units because they think that it may be seen that they're laughing at the dementia residents, but really that's not the case. It's more to laugh with the dementia residents rather than laughing at the dementia residents. And staff in dementia units laugh with the residents all the time. That's the best part of the job, actually, is the humour in the place. And they're always laughing with the dementia residents and having a laugh and a joke with them. And that, helps relationship, camaraderie, and it also helps endure the stresses of the job, which are many. If there wasn't the laughter in a dementia unit, it would be extremely difficult working there. So as a relative, once you've a regularly visiting relative and you know the staff and you know the residents and you know the place and the routine and you're orientated, you've spent a lot of time there, it's good to be able to relax in the place and to enjoy the place and have a laugh, because residents enjoy it as well. Then they're very ready to have a laugh. I mean, they might not be able to communicate that well, but they can certainly see the funny side of things and they enjoy having a laugh along with you. So also with reducing physical stress, just make sure to include slopes, steps and stairs into the equation, because in dementia units it's flat, completely flat, and balance reactions can go, strength can go. And when you take your mother out, say once or twice a week, if you can just do some slopes or steps and stairs for her to strengthen her quadriceps and improve her balance reactions, it helps a lot in the long term, because they still need to use their quadriceps, getting on and off the bed, on and off the toilet, in and out of a chair, those upper leg muscles. And unless they practice them and use them, they can weaken very quickly. And steps and stairs are a terrific way of being able to strengthen upper leg quadriceps strength. So do that before the walk or after the walk. If you can just do one or two steps and stairs training, just one, if the floor of the dementia unit is on the first floor, then just going up the steps rather than the lift, if the dementia resident can manage it. If not, even 2 or 3 steps up the stairs and 2 or 3 steps down a couple of times really will help with balance and strength and enable the person to manage better, long term. Everything makes a difference with strength, stability and coordination. So I've written these 2 books, The Resident's Voice and The Resident's Rise, both from a dementia unit, both on Amazon and on my website, pietavalentine.com, all about the efforts and experiences of dementia residents and tips for relatives to help dementia residents. So thank you for your support, looks and likes. I appreciate it.